Look at all those wonderful hellos and good mornings we're getting today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Happy Monday. This is, of course, the place where we get together to discuss current headlines from our city, from our state, from our country, and also take a look at some of your comments, your ideas, your suggestions, your questions about our city. And we combine everything to try to have a most connected, most meaningful, most mindful experience of Puerto Vallarta, which is our city, as a community of English-speaking locals. It is always a pleasure to see you all. And today is Monday, December the 6th, and we have all kinds of very important and interesting news to share today. A little bit of everything, but definitely some important stuff that everybody will want to know. But before we go there, let us do our usual housekeeping. If you are new to the broadcast and you would like us to give you a nice little welcome, all you have to do is write the word new in your comment, and we'll be so happy to welcome you to our lively cluster. And if there is something really important that you wish to share, please add a letter Q at the beginning of your comment or question, and that way we'll be more than happy to address it during the broadcast. If we miss it, then we will be happy to address it shortly thereafter. And, that was a long breath. Let me catch my breath for a second. Here we are. Today we have news about contact tracing. We have news about whale watching season. We have news. Oh my God, we have like spy thriller news from Seapal. We have news about a concert that was really floppy over the weekend. And yeah, we certainly do have a little bit of everything. So we might as well. Oh, wait, what did Den say? I'm like trying not. Oh, good morning. Both of us are feeling much better. Thank you all for the good wishes. Thank you very much for letting us know that, Den. I've been worried about you guys. Oh my God, my friend Earl is watching from Boston. Yay. Yay. So many friends from recent times and from old times, not so recent times. Anyhow, let us dive into the news just to see what's going on, and then we'll get to your comments and suggestions after the weather. Bam. Okay, now this is really important, and I'm trying to get my hands on this and to understand it so that I can explain it. The government of Jalisco is implementing an alert system that will send messages to our cell phones via WhatsApp to alert us should we have come in contact with a person that recently tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. Science fiction? Nope, this is actually a fact. The notice on Facebook that I'm showing here claims that we will all receive a notification in our cell phone tomorrow afternoon. And when I say afternoon, I mean after 12 p.m. and we will have the choice to opt in or not. The notice will include, I'm sorry, the notice includes a link to the official state COVID website for more information. And I went there to do a little bit more research so that I could explain this better to you. The website has an explainer video focusing on the importance of contact tracing and how you might feel uneasy participating in this exercise. So the video explains that this is a partnership between Apple and Google. Here is the video. I already watched it. This is a partnership between Apple and Google, and the app does not track your identity or your location. The way it works is as follows. Let's say that you have approved that you want to participate in this and you're out and about minding your own business through the city. Well, your phone's Bluetooth is constantly looking for other phones that have Bluetooth that are also participating. Let's say that you're out and about and your phone detects another phone that is also participating. Well, they exchange pleasantries with one another, the phones do. And that's it. You know, the more this network exists, let's say that you or that person that you don't even know went and got tested and tested positive. The moment a person reports that they tested positive to the system goes back and looks at all the phones that had the alert on that may have come in contact or close contact with this particular person during the previous 14 days, and the system lets you know that you may have come close to a person that tested positive and encourages you to check your symptoms or go get tested or this, that, and the other. It sounds kind of groovy to me. It sounds like difficult to understand and appreciate. There's a lot of information on this website, but the website emphasizes that this happens anonymously and that contact tracing is most effective when many people participate. So it is important that we consider authorizing this application when the message comes tomorrow. I know that I'm going to do it. So if you see a strange message coming into your WhatsApp tomorrow and has something to do with this, then kindly say yes if you feel inclined to do so, or take a look at these websites. I'm going to leave this website with the show notes so that we can all understand or better understand how this works and we don't feel threatened with our information being, circulated here, there, and everywhere. Meanwhile, our local government continues to promote the mandate. It is a mandate of wearing face masks in public places. Did you know that such a mandate is in place? And I'm specifically asking those of you who may have just arrived or maybe close to arriving, in case you didn't, our city, our state has a mandate that if we are out and about in public places, outside public places, we wear face masks. So if you're just arriving here and if the shoe doesn't fit, this is a nice moment for you to get up and go to the bathroom or refill your coffee, because I'm going to rant for 60 minutes, 60 seconds tops. If you've just arrived here to spend your holidays in Puerto Vallarta, don't go around telling locals, you can take your mask off. Instead, consider learning what the local mandates are. If you are coming from a place where you're not expected or required to wear your face mask, well, that's not the way it works here. So kindly consider becoming informed of our mandates, and I'll be happy to remind you of what they are. And, don't go about trying to convince those of us that live and work here to follow your rules from another country or another city instead of our rules. And our rules, our mandates presently are: we wear face masks indoors. We wear face masks outdoors. We remove the face masks to eat. If I'm walking outside and I see no people around me, of course I drop the face mask. But if I see people coming near me, I will raise the face mask. Safe distance, excuse me, is still in operation here. So That's what we do. That's what's going on here. So don't come here trying to pretend that here should be like elsewhere. Um, and that's the end of my rant. There you go. I hope you got up and got some coffee, those of you that live here and have been understanding this all along. Meanwhile, local hotels are concerned about Omicron and it's affecting the current holiday season. So they are sending a clear message to tourism service providers to continue following the current mandates as we expect a huge flow of tourists in the remaining weeks of the year. We are reminded that there are no changes in sanitary mandates expected through the remainder of the year. However, it is also known to the state authorities that Puerto Vallarta is already experiencing an increase in COVID cases. And while this may not yet be a reason of major concern, it has the potential to escalate if we don't do the best we can do to protect ourselves. And I know I sound like a broken record, but these are the mandates. Wear a face mask. Somebody gifted me the most amazing face mask this weekend, by the way. This is my luchador face mask. Check it out. Wear a face mask. Meanwhile, yeah, wear a face mask. Boom, boom. Meanwhile, this is going to sound like a spy thriller, this next news item. CEPAL dismissed workers from both its administrative and operating areas because they were apparently sabotaging operations. Where is Tom Cruise when you need him? Seriously. The news item includes telephone numbers that one can use to make an anonymous report on any unusual activity taking place at any of CEPAL's facilities. How crazy is that? There were CEPAL workers invested in making CEPAL fail, endangering all of us. It's got to be Monday in Puerto Vallarta for these kinds of news. Then there's this other one. Do you know this building in Punta Negra? Better yet, do you live in this building in Punta Negra? Apparently, the nice people of this building have been pooing and peeing directly into the ocean, and now somebody has posted an incriminating video showing caca water emanating from the building and heading right into the ocean. So CEPAL was very quick to wash their hands, indicating that this building receives their water service directly from the National Water Commission, or CONAGUA, so it is not CEPAL's responsibility. However, CEPAL did notify the municipality's reglamentos and ecology department so that they can act accordingly. And I thought it was really funny. Well, not funny, but this information is offered in Spanish, and then it is translated, and then in the English translation, there's this very colorful statement made here. This type of sloppy journalism can be damaging to a company if the reader or viewer is unaware of the facts. The producer and his or her staff obviously neglected doing their homework. But none of that is included in the original Spanish information. So it's funny that they call it fact check, but they added their whole little opinion on the thing. And then it occurs to me, well, I do that all the time. Anyhow, one more. No, we have a couple more. This one is important. A few months ago, we announced that vehicle verification was coming and quickly clarified that this is only happening in Guadalajara's metropolitan area until verification centers are built in other parts of the state. Meanwhile, the local verification center has been under construction and will begin operating next month. This means that local vehicles, we need to be verified soon after that, and vehicles that are not verified, including vehicles in the rest of Bahia de Banderas, if they are not verified, they won't be able to circulate through our city. There is a website, an official website, that shows exactly what verification entails and how the system works, although I don't know if the procedures shown here will be the same as those applied locally, or whether the official website will be updated once verification begins in our city. Regardless, if you drive a vehicle in Puerto Vallarta, you may want to bookmark this website for future reference, as You will need to verify. You will need to verify your vehicle. I'm sorry if I'm giggling. Dave did not waste an opportunity to say no wonder they call it Punta Negra, the place where that building is emanating to. Punta Negra translates to Black Point, literally. Oh, Dave, I'm so glad you had your coffee. Anyhow, let's switch over to the weather. Oh, you guys crack me up. Seriously. I didn't generate this nice weather for you. It's for Minion number 29471 who lives two houses over. Whatever. All I can say it is 26 degrees right now. I'm sorry. 26 degrees right now. Humidity is at 68%. We're enjoying 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And our weather forecast for today is humid and mostly cloudy through the day. High temperature of 30, low temperature of 19. Oh my God, you guys made me crack up. Ugh. Tuesday, tomorrow, partly cloudy through the day. High temperature of 32, low temperature of 18. And Wednesday, partly cloudy through the day with a high temperature of 31 and a low temperature of 18. We have more headlines that I'm going to prepare for you right away. And the first one that I have has to do with the fact that whale watching season, begins Wednesday in Banderas Bay, and this is bittersweet news. It is very good news because whale watching season provides a very unique opportunity to get up close to these magnificent animals. And it's not so good news because for the second year in a row, the Secretary of Environment and National Resources did not offer any type of training to service providers um, offering whale watching expeditions, and there have been accidents reported in the past in which vessels got too close to the whales, resulting in injuries for the animals and damage to the vessels. Whale watching season continues until March 23 of next year, and you're wondering, well, if this is the case, what should we do if we want to book a whale watching trip? Well, I'm happy to recommend Oscar Frey at Ocean Friendly Tours. He's been in business for many, many years, and he employs bilingual marine scientists and safety crew. If anybody wishes to recommend anybody else or has had negative experiences with Oscar or Ocean Friendly Tours, please feel free to comment accordingly. I know Oscar personally, and I know that he is one of the most responsible tour providers in the city. His love for the animals is clear through the beautiful photographs he has taken of them. So he is definitely one to be trusted. Um, and now for some messy news. Oh my goodness. Remember there was this guy, Pancho Barraza, that was supposed to have a concert Saturday night? And we had talked about this because we were first wondering if the concert had been approved or not. Well, it was eventually approved, and the concert was supposed to take place Saturday night starting at 9 p.m., but the concert did not begin until, get this, 3 a.m. People attending indicated that at 9 p.m., when the concert was supposed to start, the stage was not even ready, and many people started leaving. Other comments online suggested that the concert was overpriced and did not sell enough tickets. At some point, the singer came on stage and made an announcement that there was an audio problem that needed to be solved, while concert goers were starting to ask for refunds. Ouch. I mean, the whole thing was just messy. So the concert finally began, and they played for 3 additional hours, which means that if you were there at a standing up concert. I mean, it was not an auditorium. This is one of those concerts in which you go and you stand. So you arrived sometime before 9 p.m., and then the concert did not start until 3 p.m., and then went on until 6 a.m. So in theory, you were on your feet all this time, all the time standing up. Not for me. Well, religious critics did not hesitate to chime in and make inevitable comparisons on how local authorities allow for these types of gatherings, but not the Guadalupe processions. Either way, I am just happy that I skipped the concert, and I am so happy to skip the religious processions altogether. And that's what we put together for today. Let us take a quick look at your comments and your suggestions and your good mornings, which we love, of course. It is always great to see everybody. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a really lovely weekend, had dinner with beautiful, loving friends on Saturday night, and then walked back home and stayed home all day yesterday, just chilling and cooking with my crochet project. And it was beautiful. Let's see what we have here. Pudding, bum, 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 bum. Oh, and I was planning on giving you more Christmas music recommendations, but today time ran out of my hands. But I will definitely have a Christmas music recommendation tomorrow. Um, let's see. Javier says it's hot out. I haven't been out yet, but I hope it's not too hot. Christy nailed it by saying just another manic Monday. Absolutely. Cindy says good morning from Fluvial. Yay. And Sue is also in Fluvial. Good for you. Michal, I am hoping that your cold is just a cold. Hope to hear more about the Sinovac booster COVID shot schedule today. Well, that makes two of us, Mark. I haven't seen any more news published to that effect. Miguel says, I'll be down in PV in a few more days. I'm so excited. Miguel, I'm going to be so excited if you wear your face mask. Um, there you go. I said it. Oh, dear. I find myself reverting to a more panicky mode than I used to be in the last few days. How are you guys feeling about COVID these days and crowds and all that stuff? I'm always checking with my friends because I want to make sure that I'm not overreacting in my cautiousness. So there you have it. Mm. Has anyone gone to watch the Beach Games event near the Sheraton? I am not aware of such events, Dale, but if you have, please let us know what they are about. Rocks. Oh, that's Broughton. I don't know about your last name, Ross. Do you think the tourists will be participating? I don't know what you're asking about. Unfortunately, um, I don't read the comments when you post them. I read them afterwards, so I don't know exactly what you are asking about. If you're asking about tourists participating in contact tracing, I have no idea. I don't even know how the government knows that I live in Jalisco and my phone has WhatsApp. I mean, I don't know the details, but I do suggest anybody that gets the notice in your telephones that you participate. I know that Javier is going to participate. Good for you, my friend. Um, Barbara says, did we register our phone numbers somewhere so we get these notifications? Well, I don't know where you go around registering your numbers, Barbara. And I don't know how the government would know. Maybe the government has access to this information. It's a mystery to me. All I know is if I get this notification tomorrow, I'm going to say yes. If I don't get it tomorrow, I'm going to look into it so that I can participate. And if there is a way in which we can voluntarily add ourselves to the system, I will be happy to share. This will only work if people are honest about being positive or not pertaining to COVID. Well, I'm banking on the fact that people have no issues talking about COVID. I mean, is COVID shameful? Do you feel shame for catching COVID? Um, I mean, I wouldn't. Quite the contrary. I would feel like I would want to let people know that they should look after themselves. But then again, I'm not everybody else. Uh, so we must keep Bluetooth on at all times for this to work. I would imagine so, Karen. If your Bluetooth is not on or activated in your cell phone, then your cell phone will not know how to shake hands with other phones nearby. But again, I recommend you take a look at the website where you will find all kinds of questions such as yours answered, hopefully. Let's see what else. I recently drove back from Guadalajara. Everyone there was masked. Here, hardly anybody. I am not surprised, John. I am not surprised. Guadalajara has been a very responsible city. It's our capital city. And here, unfortunately, and I do mean that, unfortunately, we get people from so many other places that have different criteria. So it makes it very, very difficult to follow the guidelines, which is why, probably why, our city is in the spotlight because of increasing COVID cases. Um, Lots of locals and visitors not wearing masks outside, not just visitors. I am aware of that, Barbara, which is why, I play obstacle course whenever I walk outside. I take care of myself. Unfortunately, we cannot control what other people do. It's not our job. Luna, not now. Are you wearing your face mask, Luna? Luna came by and she meowed. Um, I get very annoyed when guests of restaurants get up to go to the washroom with no mask. I so tired and feel like a mask police. Diane, I suggest then that you don't cater to those restaurants. I mean, there's no reason why we should be the mask police. I would mention it to the restaurant owner, and if the restaurant owner does not give a shit about it or does not do anything about it, then that's probably a restaurant you shouldn't attend, and I certainly would not want to cater to. These days, I'm not going out to many restaurants. I can always, and I know that I sound like a broken record, and but I can always count on Michael Beaufort's restaurants because I know that he follows these restrictions very closely, and I know that I have the power to turn around and leave whenever I find myself in a situation or a place where guidelines are not being followed. Ooh, lots of comments from you guys today. Um, let's see. Let's see. Da-di-da-di-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Susan says, "Love your face mask. I understand my friend Jorgito, who gifted it to me on Saturday, uh, showed it, shopped for it at the Quale, at the island. So I don't know exactly where it came from, but that is where it was purchased. Let's see what else. Thank you so much for the update and information when in Rome, folks. Way to go. Again, don't take it personally, visitors. We love it when you come here. You bring lots of prosperity to our city. You bring joy and happiness to your relatives that you come and visit. But please follow the local guidelines and wear the fucking face mask. Thank you very much. Jorge says, in my opinion, we should leave the whales be. Yes, I totally agree with that. And I have been in vessels. I have been in water taxis going from Puerto Vallarta to points south of the bay, and I've seen smaller pangas deliberately get close to the animals, and I always cringe when I see that happening. But again, I'm happy to see more endorsements for Oscar Frey, and Ocean Friendly. This is good. I know that Logan works with Oscar repeatedly because of the work that Logan does looking after his B&B. So there you have it. Du, 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 du. Matthew has given me a name for a fighter. He thinks I should be the Crocheting Avenger. I love it. I'm happy to become the Crochet Avenger for you, Matthew. Oh. Oh, that's right. When I received my vaccine, they asked for my phone number, of course. Yes, so maybe we gave them our cell phone number. Maybe we gave them our landline. I can't remember what I gave them. But again, if I don't get a notification, I will look for this. I will proactively. That's what I'm trying to say. Raymond says, I thoroughly enjoyed listening to Christmas cocktails yesterday. Oh, that makes me so very happy. Again, I will have other recommendations of holiday music in case you want to check them out. Oh boy, Marie is super excited to be moving to Versailles next week. Can't wait to explore. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Um, let's see what else we have. Don't know enough yet about Omicron. For me, a little extra caution again. Um, Well, what I've read about Omicron is that it is more contagious, but it's not more deadly, or it's not more dangerous than Delta, for example. Um, Thank you for that, Javier. I always worry because I always ask myself, do I feel like I'm missing out on being out or missing out on certain activities? And I honestly don't. I honestly don't. I've been quite content in having a very mellow life, going out, spending time with my trusted friends. And when I go out to my errands, I go out to come back home, and thankfully I have an okay place to crash. I have a little kitty cat that keeps me company. So there you have it. Let's see what else we have. Meggie as in Peggy says, still no crowds for me, double masking, not buying into the new variant hoopla, though the old precautions still apply no matter the variant. Absolutely. Um, Earl comments, we've had the phone tracking in Massachusetts for a while now. It uses the location services on your phone automatically. So this is great. This is great to know. Um, mm, 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 mm. Julie comments on the Charro event in February. That's going to be a beautiful event, and hopefully, if we do our homework now, Julie, then it will not be canceled. The bottom line is we have to follow the guidelines. Coming to PV in February and bringing extra masks to give to staff at our hotel. Don't worry about your hotel staff, Carolyn, because hotel staff is expected, mandated to wear the masks. Bring extra masks to give your friends that are not following guidelines. But please know that hotel staff or staff at hotels is expected to wear the masks. If they're not, then you may want to reconsider your hotel. Let's see what else. Aha. Uh-huh. I believe I saw an ice rink being set up on the Malecon today. What? Under El Patron? Where is El Patron? An ice rink on the Malecon? And you have photos, Barbara. My goodness. Please share. Then there's a queue. Rode the bus back from Plaza Caracol. Big mistake. Lady sat next to me with baby, took off her mask, and started feeding the baby with dirty hands. That's why the virus is here to stay. Ignorance of these prolet. I don't. Ignorance of the proletariado. Well, Tony, all you have to do is get off the bus. If you rode the bus and you saw this happening, maybe you could have just gotten off the bus. I'm not going to discriminate against people or assume that people are ignorant because they come from the proletariat or the lower class system. But I would like to think that you are informed enough to know that if something fishy is happening next to you on the bus, all you have to do is either switch seats or get off the bus altogether. Um, but I like you. I really do. Let's see what else we have. What? Okay, that doesn't have a Q, and it's strange, so I'm not even going to look at it. Um, oh, Javier, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you totally. And there's another cue here. I didn't miss going out. Great tribute to Burt Bacharach and his music on KPBS. Groovy. I will definitely look for that. And I think we are done with your comments. Um, although I will say thanks, and I will say thanks for that, Dave. And again, I don't mean to get on your case, Tony. It's just that we have the ability to not add stress to our lives by simply turning around and walking away, or getting off the vehicle, or leaving the offending restaurant, or whatever situation that is making you edgy. We have the power to change that and not let that add to our burden. And I see Barbara sending me photos on my personal chat. Um, oh, okay, whatever. I'll take a look at them when I can. As you know, Barbara, I don't usually look at things on my personal chat unless they're from my personal friends. Um, but I will be happy to look at whatever it is that you're sending me. Thank you very much. If you ever want to send me, folks, we have this Facebook page at your disposal. We have a contact form on the on the website. So kindly consider using those if you have something fabulous and wonderful to share. Um, Chris says, I had to take a phone call and miss your Whale 2 recommendation. Who is it again? Seriously, Chris? Really? Just watch the show notes, my friend. You know that the show notes have all the information available. And you know that because you've watched the show many times. So kindly wait a few minutes for the show notes to appear and have a lovely day. And for the rest of you, have a lovely day too. And stay happy and stay kind and stay calm and find all the information you need in the show notes. Have a good one.